Back on the Chamber Report, back to our Ambassador Member Profile Special. Told you, number 3 is here, and he is Mike Fisher. He is with Premier Commercial Properties. I have been involved with Premier Commercial Properties, and hopefully, Mike, you're going to tell me. I mean, I've been in the Chamber forever. I think Premier's been around forever. Mike, welcome to the show.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, Premier's been around almost 20 years now.
All right, so I guess I've been a little longer, but I have dealt with your dad, Marty, forever, because obviously Chamber of Commerce, we get calls all the time from people that are looking for commercial space. Duh, we're a business organization, so it's not a surprise people come to us. And I'm pumping people to Premier all the time. Why? Because they've got the space. And number 2, it's all about taking care of that person. I have never, in the 20 years that Premier Commercial Properties has been in play, have ever had anybody who I have taken from a conversation that started with me and then passed the baton, which I should, because Premier, that's what they do for a living. I've never had a person call me up and say, man, those people were not good. They were not good to deal with. And Mike, I think you guys should be very proud of that. It says everything about what Premier Commercial Properties is all about. You take care of your customers, don't you?
Yes, thank you. Yes, we do our best to help them find what they're looking for.
And obviously the seed has not fallen far from the tree as you have taken on this career. Tell us a little bit about you and about what you do at Premier.
Yeah, so I'm now part owner of Premier Commercial Properties. You know, that just happened this year, so toot my own horn about that.
Yeah,
thank you. We're a full-service commercial real estate company. We help folks, businesses, investors find, sell, and lease all things commercial. So whether that's office, retail, industrial, we help you find what you're looking for. And then we also do property management. Right now we oversee and manage a portfolio of about 500,000 square feet of property.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Yeah.
So that's a mix of office, retail, industrial. And that asset, we are acting as a landlord, renewing leases, dealing with tenant interactions, pretty much doing and acting as a landlord, as if the landlord were there.
All right, so, we talked earlier about the real estate market when we were talking with Ambassador Kent Hartwig. What is going on in the commercial real estate market? We always hear about houses, but what's happening in the commercial side?
Yeah, so for us at Premier, we only deal with commercial, and that's our bread and butter. And right now, it's a very good market. Industrial rates are going at all-time highs. Office, a little lagging a little bit. Retail, we're seeing buildings sell as low as 3.5 caps. I mean, that's huge, huge prices for these properties. And the reason the office is stagnant is a lot of it's going to COVID. Office tenants aren't renewing, they're leaving, and vacant buildings don't really call for premium prices. So until those vacancies fill up, office prices are going to be lagging on that side of it.
Yeah. Is it a good time to buy or sell something right now?
Yeah, I mean, that's going to be very much situational dependent on where you're at. Buying, you've got one hand where you've got interest rates coming up, and feds are talking about raising the interest rates. And on the other hand, there's really no good deals out there because prices are high, right? So it's hard to really find a good deal in this market. And, other buyers right now are dealing with 1031 buyers. So guys who have sold their assets and they're buying properties with 1031 money to avoid that capital gains tax. And so they're coming in with offers that are much better than a traditional buyer. Now, if you're someone who has money and you've got traditional financing, you found a building that works for you, you've done your due diligence, and it's within your risk tolerance, I'd say go for it. Go ahead and buy it. And, if you're selling and you're looking to cash out and get liquid, I mean, prices are at all-time high. You're not going to get a bigger bang for your buck.
Sure. You talked a little earlier about leasing. Where's leasing at right now?
Just like everything else, things are going up. Retail, industrial prices are going up. Office, a little stagnant. And on the office side, folks and landlords are giving TI packages of free rent or build out to try to entice office folks to come back to the office and lease more space. And the other issue that we're seeing with the buildings and rates going up is operating expenses have increased. Property taxes, what it just takes to manage a building has gotten more expensive. So let's use snowplow, for example, right? Coming in today, I saw gas was at $3.45 a gallon. Yeah. So we are paying more for the same service that we were last year. Also, with the labor shortages, how do business combat that? They got to pay higher prices or higher wages. So all those expenses, are trickling down back to the buildings. So rates have gone up, and until that all gets sorted out, I think rates will continue to climb.
I'm sure when COVID hit, you guys, as you're showing properties, went all virtual. Maybe you had some opportunities where some in-person was being done. Where's that at right now? Are you still doing virtual, things being less in person, more in person? Where's that at?
Yeah, so during COVID, we didn't do a whole lot of virtual stuff. And I mean, right when COVID came out, all of a sudden there was software to like, all right, hey, let's do virtual walkthroughs of buildings, right? And, we were trying to do that and it just wasn't working. And the issue that we were finding was a lot of people lose that depth perception of, what is it like being in 1,000 square feet? And also, trying to be virtual by seeing what's around. People are looking at Google Maps. Well, the issue with Google Maps is sometimes those aren't really updated. Sometimes you're looking at images that are 3 years old.
Yeah.
During that time, developments happen, new buildings, new tenants have come and gone, and, it's not the same as what you think it is. And you'd be surprised how many times people will call looking for space saying, I want a medium-sized space. Well, medium doesn't really give you much info, right? You need numbers to work with it, and when you're at the space with the person, they can see, what's going to get me 1,000 square feet, and this is going to work, this is not going to work, and then outside you see, oh, hey, look, there's that new Starbucks that just came in. Yeah, I want to get some of that demographic too, and, I don't think too many things are going to go virtual in the near future just because you got to be there in person to see it.
Totally.
We do some Zoom meetings here and there, but, I think for the foreseeable future, in person is going to be the way things continue.
Totally agree. Hey, I want to thank you for being a chamber ambassador. You show up. Like I've said before, no one's ever angry at a ribbon cutting. It's a joyful thing. Maybe there's a cookie, but you're not there for the cookie. You're there to support, and you're there to welcome. And have those experiences been positive for you?
They've been great. And, when I do my commercial leasing, I always pitch the chamber, right?
Yeah.
It's a great way to do those ribbon cuttings, get some that PR and get those businesses, started on the best front foot as they can. And that's what I love about being a part of the chamber and, having these, the ability to, for people to do these kind of ribbon cuttings. And it's a great pitch.
No, you've done a great job with that. All right, Mike, we got somebody out there and they're like, man, I need to talk to that guy because I am thinking of maybe moving from where I'm at or maybe getting in the game of the first time. How do they get a hold of you and the crew at Premier Commercial Properties?
Two ways. You can go online at our website at www.premiercommercialproperties.com or give me a call, 763-486-8247. I'd be happy to help you.
He is Mike Fisher. He is a chamber ambassador. He is a chamber rock star. And he is one of the owners of Premier Commercial Properties. All right, we're taking a break. And our fourth ambassador, our last one in this show, and certainly not the least, is coming up. So stay tuned.